Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great music. Blah, 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 blah. Great morning.
Of course we're having a great morning.
How are you doing, Todd?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Hope lag is on today.
Yeah. Anyway, I got up this morning.
Weird.
My ankles are swollen up and they look a little bit bruised. Which yesterday when I was doing stuff, twisted my ankle or my foot went to the side, so that might be the reason why.
Yeah, the ending sucked, didn't it? Swollen ankles. Well, that's not good.
I guess I'm retaining water. Good morning, Anissa.
This is weird. eBay says I need to ship this, but it's already been shipped and delivered. But it only says that on my phone. It doesn't say that on my PC. It's weird. Guess I'll just read it.
I've noticed on my phone that sometimes I have to shut my phone down and then start it back up and then start the eBay app to get it all cleared out. So it might be just an issue with your app. Like if this is your favorite show, then you need to share it out with 100 of your fellow living in their mother's basement, so I can boost up my video, my views.
Yeah, Lag's probably got a club of basement dwellers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He thinks this show's so great. He needs to share it out with them. I could use 100 new. That's not what the hell I wanted. Let's try this. There's the link. Anybody wants to join us? All are welcome, as long as you behave yourself. Thank you, Lag. Please.
Now, some of the guests you've had on your show, I didn't think were all that great. Just kidding.
And this says, have you looked at your totals? They are different numbers depending on if you're looking at your app or on the app on your phone or on your laptop desktop. I really don't use my phone app that much. I mean, it's open. I just have it up so I can tell if somebody's bought something. But also, sometimes it'll show up that something's sold on my desktop, but it won't show up on my phone app for a while. You're always welcome, Craig. There's only 3 members in your basement dwellers group on Facebook, Lag. You're just not right, son. So you got the issue settled with the person that returned the wrong electronics, right?
It's not settled with the person, but it's settled with eBay, yeah.
What did the person say? Have they still been communicating with you?
No, I blocked them. They can't send me any more messages.
I mean, did they have anything adverse to say after eBay settled with you or sided
I
with
don't
you?
know. Like I said, I've got them blocked. They can't send me any messages.
Oh, okay. So you blocked them. Okay.
I don't know what eBay does with people like that steal. That's what it is, stealing.
Yeah.
Get an item in and switch it with their busted ass one and mail me the busted ass one, and that's just stealing. That's all it is. Theft, fraud, whatever you want to call it. I don't.
It's fraud is what it is. Probably theft also, but mail fraud, which is a federal offense.
What?
So
Jeez.
if you were an asshole like me and not the good fellow that you are, if eBay had sided with them, you could have got nasty and filed an issue with the postal service. That could cause a lot of problems for people. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Um. It's just not worth the trouble.
Yeah.
$50
I know, but
item.
I'm just saying, you could be a grumpy old man like me. Your feet are swelled, your joints hurt. You're just just in total full blown asshole mode. You could really make somebody's life difficult.
As much as that person deserves it, I don't feel like spending the time to be the one to press that.
But that's because you're just too good of a bloke.
No, it's because I'm lazy. I mean, I got better things to do with my time than chase down a thief.
You know, now NISA would have already had the FBI, the CIA standing in front of their front porch. That wouldn't be happening on Miss Anissa's watch. Probably on Miss Beth's watch either.
I'm just wondering what eBay does about that. If a if a buyer does that, do they get banned from eBay? I've never seen anybody report on what happens to somebody that does
Okay.
fraud on eBay.
Hang on to your 3X big girl panties because trouble has entered the green room.
3X big girl panties. So apparently you've never heard what happens.
No,
Scott, what happens to somebody that you prove they sent you the wrong thing? Does anything ever happen to the buyer? He can't hear us.
Scott, can you hear us?
Obviously not. He's looking around like, what the hell's going on? And now we get to look at his Apple keyboard. Oh, he can hear us now. He just gave us the we love you sign.
Okay. Good morning, Carol.
Not unless it's repeated and repeated. So it has happened, huh? Like somebody got banned for just doing repetitive scamming. Beth says, my understanding is they get a strike, but they're allowed so many strikes per year, so there's okay.
Oh, he's gone out. I guess he's coming back.
It takes
I
a lot.
swear I have not done anything to you, Scott.
Boy, Probably the most literate computer geek I know is Scott, about keeping up with technology and stuff. It's funny to see him screw up. eBay really has, well, I guess in certain circumstances, I mean, it's true. I could have sent in a fake picture of the switched serial numbers on the stereo, but it's true. There's no hard proof, I guess. It wouldn't hold up in court, I guess.
Yeah, it's just,
But
and according to Todd, I mean,
find in my favor, so they must have believed me at least some. I don't know. I've done that maybe one time before in 7 years of selling. Said, hey, this buyer sent back the wrong item, or sent back an item that was broken or something, that was not broken when they got it. Anyway, I know, Sadie. I like it when the eBay rep comes on and says, well, we want to thank you for being an eBay member for 21 years. How can I help you today? Well, how about 21 years and the 6,000 positive feedbacks I have? And how about the $60,000 worth of crap I sold on eBay last year? And how about all the, they never say, thank you for being a good seller and buyer and such. They just say, thank you for being an eBay member for 21 years.
good morning, Mr. Sadie. Good morning, Mike.
Dr. Beard, can you hear me?
I can barely hear you.
You sound like a message coming over a shortwave radio 4
Yeah.
blocks away.
Or you're a trucker that's down 85 about 10 miles away from me, and you're just barely coming through. Breaker, breaker, bear to picker.
He said all he hears is music. I
I
don't
don't
have
know.
any music playing. Must have been recording his OF. What's an OF?
I don't know. I got to catch up in the chat.
Old fart? You got back a box of trash one time. Okay. Yeah, I remember Craigslist Hunter got a rock one time, didn't he? He did a video where he had a rock returned. I think eBay made him whole too. Fat bottom girl. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Yeah. Every time, all I hear, let's see, what's he saying here? Every
Loud
time
on
I enter, all I hear is loud, obnoxious music, like from Victrola.
Yeah, he's talking about your ragtime piano music you had going at the beginning of the show.
Does anybody hear any else music?
No, you turned it off, didn't
Yeah, I
you?
know I did, but I'm wondering if he came in at the very beginning. I mean, when he's jumping in, I don't know. You know, Scott.
Well, it wouldn't play when he's in the,
In the green room or whatever.
yeah, I don't know.
Okay, he's just having problems with his Mac this morning, apparently. And he's on blame it on EV mucks and all that other kind of stuff.
Huh.
Didn't he get banned for a little bit, Craigslist Hunter?
No. What are you talking about?
I thought he or on Amazon or something. I thought he had a issue he had to get straightened out with him. Nothing on his part, but just how these people are.
Well, we've all had issues, but
Yeah.
I remember he did like maybe 2 different videos on how a buyer returned a rock to him. Beard may have to break out his old PC.
He thinks I'm messing with him today, and all of y'all in it.
Right. We're all in on it.
I can barely understand you. You're breaking up.
Something about music playing, but I didn't.
I don't have any music playing. Scott, I'm giving you a fresh link. And anybody else, there it is. If anybody else wants to come in too.
Fun times. Pete got back
Okay.
somebody returned a rock to him. I forget what he sold him, but yeah. We all need a good Beard rant. Yeah, it's been a couple of days since Beard had a good rant.
Oh Lord, no, we do not. No, we do not. YouTube has put out a new rule about content that concerns medical issues.
Medical issues.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not going to be specific, but you know
what? You
what I'm
can't
talking
talk
about.
about your prostate
Huh?
or something?
Any medical.
What?
I guess they feel like you're practicing medicine without a license or without the knowledge to speak coherently about something.
Oh my God.
So
So you can't talk about procedures you're having done to correct.
I don't know. I got to go back and watch that video again.
I can't go. I take 12 pills every morning.
Yeah, me too. I rattle after I take my meds in the morning.
'Cause I need my cholesterol lowered and I need my blood pressure down and I need my bad circulation fixed. What the heck? That could be a problem on your podcast too, huh?
Oh, it won't be allow Safari. Is that the problem? Wait a minute. What did I just? Let me shoot over here for a second.
You may leave and come back and see if it happens to me like it did Scott. Tom,
I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
you want me to leave and come back and see if it happens to me like it did Scott? Because then it would be your fault.
He says he thinks it's Safari.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. He's been on here before.
well, doesn't he have Firefox or Google something that he can come in on?
I don't know. I don't know if you can even run those on app. on a Mac. I don't know anything about Macs. Period.
All right, I got to test the theory. I'm leaving, and
Okay.
let me
Okay.
come back in.
Okay. Well, no, I am not trying to silence the bearded land shark. What are you doing this morning? Did you get your camera set up? Todd?
So it is you, Thom.
No, I can hear you.
You can hear me,
Yeah.
but I sure hear the piano music now. You still got the music playing somehow.
No, it's not supposed to be playing. I've got it stopped.
No, you don't.
Okay, hang on a minute. Did it stop now?
Nope, still going.
Okay, well, you just hold tight. I'll be right back. What do we have now?
Piano music still playing.
Todd,
Yes.
is it still playing?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's do.
Check your background. Oh, there, it's gone.
Okay, it's gone now. Okay, try it again, Scott.
It's gone. But that wouldn't explain why you couldn't hear him. You could hear me,
Yeah,
couldn't you?
but I couldn't hear him. Sorry for the technical difficulties this morning.
What did you do to switch it off?
I just clicked on it. I just highlighted another song. No, actually, what I did was I turned off the repeat on it.
Do, 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 do.
Let me see what I missed here while we were fighting with that.
How come whenever Todd tells you is doing that, you believe him, but you don't believe me? And I know more about computers than both of y'all.
Because he had to go out. He had to go out and come back in. Okay, sorry, Scott.
Did you two pay to do that? Are you trying to silence me because I'm telling people not to comply? To hell with them damn face sheets.
I
No,
don't know
I'm.
why it didn't do that the first time that
It
I came
is.
on
You know,
because
it's ironic that we had the conversation we did last night, and then we have problems this morning. Scott's probably going, "That asshole Thom, he's not going to let me on this show this morning."
That's exactly it.
Uh,
Like, he's a sore loser. What the fuck? Oh my god. Yeah, you're safe, Todd. You live in Texas. Texas, as of September 1st, is outlawing all that shit.
yay.
No mask rules, none of that shit. They Texas is outlawed it all. Florida's taking steps to do it too.
well, Roberta wants them to reinstate the mask because if they reinstate the mask, then she's going to tell her bosses that she cannot go back into the office because it's too bad. So
Mhm.
she'll have to stay at home all the time, work from home.
Why didn't she do that anyway? Doesn't she
Because
kind of rule that place?
It'll be
they
very.
uh
It's gonna be very
they are
interesting.
wanting all their employees. Most of the employees have to be there every day, but her area they only require them to be 3 days.
It's going to be very interesting to see all the people that comply this time, and those are the folks who would load your family up on a train to Auschwitz. You want to know all? If I would have been in Germany, there's no way I would have gotten on the train. Blah, blah. You fucking dumbasses! Look at what you're allowing them to do. You know the truth now, and you won't stand up.
Scott's going to have a show on Rumble this evening so he can express his thoughts.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put on one of those compliance muzzles again. That's it.
They can kiss my ass.
If they don't let me on the cruise ship this next week, then hell with them.
I don't think cruise ships. They're looking at planes in mid-September, so you're probably all right. There's 3 or 4 universities that have done it now, and now they've got the talking heads in the media talking about we're seeing it. Okay, so this is how their statistics can say anything. We're seeing an uptick in COVID. Well, no shit. If you look at it, there's I was listening to somebody who explains there's 3 different cycles of the flu and those kind of things. Early spring, it comes out of somewhere, and you see it in this region of the country. In the summer, the winds are prevailing this way, so it spreads this way. In the fall, so an uptick from nothing means, if there's 2 cases and all of a sudden now there's 10, we got a 500% increase. Oh my God, we need to lock you motherfuckers down.
Well, school just started again. We got kids in close contact that have been apart from each other all summer in public schools and universities, and
they're not the carriers. They don't transmit. If you look at the studies about children, they're not the ones that pass this shit around.
Well, I just heard yesterday in the post office that a big bunch of college kids got it.
And they only knows what they were doing.
They hadn't been, some sorority was like 80% down.
Wow.
There's a difference between college age kids and middle school and elementary. The middle school and elementary are the ones that just are not acceptable and just don't pass it.
Yeah.
We had a neighbor that was a middle school teacher at a private school, and he said middle school boys cannot keep their hands off of each other because they got to push, they got to shove, they got to slap. They're going to be touching. He said finally he had to stand out in the hallway and say, "Keep your hands off of each other."
It ought to be very interesting this time to see what they push, and understanding that we are in much worse shape because of what the first time they did, and they destroyed so many small businesses. And look at the food processing plants around this country and things that they've been destroying, and cattle and on and on and on. I mean, the food supply is not nearly as strong as it was a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was reading an article yesterday in the Observer, and it was talking about that there's the food shortage that you see on your shelves, or the shelves being sparse, is not because the product is not available. The raw product is there. There's just having transportation issues, distribution issues, and not enough personnel in the production facilities.
I mean, how do you affect transportation? You get California to fuck with the truckers like they're doing right now.
Well, they could starve. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but if you're going to allow people like that to run your state, then go hungry.
But it affects the rest of the nation because of the big ports in California where everything comes in from the Pacific realm. You can't. The trucks have to be. They can't be no older than 2013. They've got to do all this. They put in all these laws which eliminated so many trucks, and then they went after the truckers. The independent truckers, so that and how they work for companies and how those are arranged. It's a system. If you sit back and look at everything they've done, it's a systematic attack on our society and the way we do things, and to weaken this country.
Well, we were just listening to a video. There's 150 freighters sitting on the outside of the Panama Canal because they're limiting the weight of the ships. They're limiting the number of ships going through.
Supposedly, there's low water
because of the drought.
But here's I saw something interesting. Somebody was talking about the Panama Canal yesterday. As a matter of fact, you realize in '71 or whatever it was, our wonderful government and all their gave Panama the canal for $1. Gave it away after we lost. It killed 35,000 Americans to build that damn thing. We give it away for $1. You know who runs runs it now? The Chinese Communist government runs the Panama Canal right now.
So
How did they get control of it?
The same money, the same way they are. How much talk you hear about the Chinese building a military base in Cuba? It's happening right now.
um,
Hmm.
totally was gonna say
Did,
something. Forgot what I was gonna
did y'all
say.
not watch? Did anybody? Am I the only one to watch Trump last night?
I didn't watch any TV. I don't watch TV.
It was on Twitter. He wasn't on TV. I didn't say
Okay, I didn't watch.
anything.
I definitely don't do Twitter. Twitter is for twits.
No, I didn't watch it.
No.
I watched a little bit on the Republican debate. That was kind of a.
Felix, my answer to everything is to get the government out of it, to crater the government, to neuter the government. You know, I hope Trump wins and is good to his word that he's gonna fire half the damn government. Same thing with Vivek. They got to go.
Um. Well, at least we know enough people that's got debt piles that we don't have to worry about finding clothes. And if anybody needs any 3X big girl panties, you know where to go.
I'm wearing the same clothes I wore for the last 10 years. Don't make it another 5 or 6. So the hell with it.
Everybody's talking about their debt pile and how much clothes they got. They
If I
can.
would, Felix, if I was Trump, I wouldn't post bail. I'd force them to do whatever and let it happen. Whatever happens with the Secret Service, because the Secret Service ain't gonna allow so much shit before they step in and say, you know what, we're out of here. Remember, a former president can't even drive a car by themselves. They are protected to the nth degree by the secret. And then you've got somebody like Trump who they have. I forget how many death attempts that they have stopped. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's had. When you've got the Secret Service on you, and then you've got the money he's got to put extra protection on you.
Uh, Mr. Obama said that one of his staffers bought one of the electric cars. Of course, this was a
Are we
while
talking?
back.
We talking about Barack or Mike?
uh, Barack, and he said that his staffer was telling him about it. He said, "Well, let's go for a ride." And so he got behind the wheel, and he said he could see his Secret Service talking into their collar. Do not, whatever you do not let him leave the grounds.
Felix, you've been out of the U.S. for a little too long, and don't understand how things work over here, especially with the Secret Service. Uh, they won't. Not only will they not allow him in jail, there's all kinds of crap that happened yesterday with that prosecutor in Atlanta. Um, Turns out she took $1 million bribe to do what she's doing. Imagine that.
That's crazy.
And the illegality of what she has done is, you know, the Georgia legislature said, we're going into a special session. We're going to look into this. Kemp said, we're not going to do that because Kemp's a fucking rhino. The legislature outvoted him to go. This stuff is not over. Look at New York's falling apart. Miami is a joke because they brought in a DC jury. That's going to fall apart. Only thing you got left is DC, and that's against the Presidential Records Act. So good luck. Everything's about show. Ooh, look! If we convict Trump, they won't vote for him. You're making him stronger.
They just don't realize the kettle of fish that they're opening up. They better pray, get on their knees every night and pray to the God that they don't believe in, that he does not get the presidency again. Because if he does, it's going to be all out war. He will be the one making the rules.
Oh yeah, the demise. Felix, did you take money from the CIA or somebody? The demise of any society starts with conspiracy. You're uh-huh. The demise is when good men stand back and do nothing. When good men allow for weak, stupid people to take over, and that's where we are right now. We're at a pivotal point in this country's history where you can stop the slide and continue the ascent, but you got to get these weak minded people. The corruption is on a grand scale like we've never seen. There's been corruption in our government before, but not systematically taking over every spot.
As I've said before, if the good old US of A, America goes down, the world will go down with
Right?
it.
And that's what they want. If you look at a lot of the stories and read their books about the Great Reset, they want the U.S. to go down so they can put the world into chaos. And what's the answer? The same people that plunged us into this shit are going to go, we got a solution for you. We will take care of you. It'll be one world government. We'll all get along and sing kumbaya as long as you pledge your allegiance. Because they're trying to become gods on this planet.
Yeah, well, we saw it back when it collapsed, when we had the real estate collapse, the stock market collapse.
I feel it's
Everybody started falling apart after that.
don't kid yourself sitting over there with all that oil and all that oil money thinking that makes a damn when the world goes to hell. I've got all this gold, we've got all this oil. What are you going to do? They're gonna drop nukes or do whatever they want to on you. You're gonna be done.
But the word is they did, Felix. They don't now. And they're hanging on to what they got now as uh
The British Empire is not dead. Who do you think controls the money in this world?
but we're not talking about history, we're talking about now, Felix. The people that we have now, if their cell phones go down for a damn day, they're losing their shit. Um,
Okay, so Lag is definitely not in his 50s.
he's what?
If he can post that statement right there, he's definitely not in our generation.
There'll be so many disruptions.
I don't think there's going to be an election, personally.
Well, neither does Roseanne. She bet some TV or some YouTuber $1,000 that there won't be one.
I don't believe there's going to be one. They're setting that up right now with the pandemic. They didn't have control. Remember, Trump had control of the last election. Now they've got uh, their comatose boy in office uh, who can't put a sentence together. Who there's a just think about conspiracy theories, Felix. We are living in a time when the president of the United States, one of the most powerful people on this planet, can't put a coherent sentence together. And they roll his corpse ass out on the beach. Maui has just been hit by a direct energy weapon. They're missing thousands of people. They have wiped out a complete city. The government has put in rules a couple of years ago where they can take this land from these people now. If a natural disaster happens, they can now take the land from these people. And the president of the United States is more concerned about some child rubbing his suntan lotion on before he falls asleep on the beach.
I didn't vote for him. No, he is older than I am. He's in his 80s. I'm only in my 60s.
I don't know. I don't know one person that voted for Biden. I know a couple of kids Jacob's age that are that will talk that kind of noise, but then you ask them, "Did you go vote?" and they'll go, "Well, no, I didn't vote."
Well, if I was rich as he is, I would look a lot younger too. Anissa, if you voted for Fetterman, I'm going to ban you from my show for life. And so was Scott.
I don't think there's any chance of that happening.
Uh, it's just, it's all, people better be stocking up on food and all that kind of stuff while it's available. I'm not talking about, clearing the shelves. You just need to be having some extra food, like 6 months of food.
I can't believe only one person's liked my Facebook picture from yesterday. It's
What was your
baby.
face?
It's Baby Yoda standing in front of the sun saying, "Be thankful it's not snowing. Imagine shoveling snow in this heat."
Oh,
That's funny with Baby Yoda standing there and only one person. I can count on. I can count on that Chad. Good job, Chad Ramsey. I
I
mean,
honest to God, I had did. Is that what that? No, that's not it. Is that it? That's not
I
it
saw a
either.
meme yesterday of Barbie and Ken getting in a convertible and going for a drive, and then they cross the Texas border, and all of a sudden they're melting inside that Barbie car.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. It's cute. Uh, I just I just don't do too much with Facebook anymore. Um, like I said, anybody have any good finds?
Every time I talk about good finds, he goes on Josh's show and says that he just bought that.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, how did the auction go?
No, you're not talking to me.
Auction doesn't end till tonight,
Oh,
Tom.
that's
Tonight
right,
it ends tonight at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Well, you usually monitor what's being bid on. How are your items looking?
My free lawnmower is up to $75 last time I looked.
Your free lawnmower?
I picked it up at the yard sale. The guy said that I know I told y'all this story. He looked at it. He said, "Well, it worked this spring. It just stopped working." I took it home for free, put gas in it, and started on the first pull.
Serious in this. When after my dad passed away, my mom, when she was taking care of all his, you know, closing out his estate, she verified that he was taken off of the voter roll. Uh, I forgot what I was gonna say now. I guess it wasn't important. Uh, Scott just came in starting problems this morning.
Mm.
So everything's good in the world of the land of the eBayers. Todd's got his issue straightened out.
What issue did Todd? What issue did you have?
The electronic that was returned with the wrong serial number on it.
Uh,
Yeah.
let's see the at the auction. I picked up last week at the yard sales for $2. I picked up two frame pictures from the late '70s, early '80s of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Uh huh.
One is the whole cast, and the other one is just Bo, Luke, and Daisy. Those two pictures are at $32.50 at the auction right now.
Together. You got it as a set or the individual? The Duke Boys. That was some good TV there. Dukes and then Dallas, Knots Landing. Like says he's bidding on those Duke Boy pictures. Did they did those did they do anything other than that show?
Yeah,
No.
they got on other stuff. It wasn't
Because
as
you know the father
their
on
stuff
there.
isn't as successful as the Dukes of Hazzard, though.
Right. Uh, the father, the grandfather, whatever he was. Now he was on a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, the plane.
Yeah, Fantasy Island.
Yeah. Okay, Todd, go ahead and sing. The Love Boat. They don't make shows like that anymore. They don't make movies like they used to anymore. Yeah, my wife just said that's because nobody has an original idea now.
That's why nobody has missed Hollywood. You know, Hollywood's been on strike for how long now? That's why nobody cares because all they're doing is doing repeats of repeats and twos and threes and fours and you know let's their idea. Their I've got a great idea. Let's make the Little Mermaid, but let's make her black. Yay! I mean that's what Hollywood is right now.
Well, you know, they've tried so many movies that remaking movies and they just crash and burn.
But
Um,
you bring out originals and that kind of stuff. People want to see something new. They don't want to see that craziness.
Not especially, you know, around here it's gonna cost you $10 at least to go to a movie. God only knows what it is in like California or Philadelphia, someplace like that. Lag, what does it cost to go to a movie at where you live at?
Yeah, the Barbie movie is the most original thing that's come out of Hollywood in a long time.
But look, if you make original movies, I mean, they've proven to you if they're family friendly or if they've got a purpose, if they're what these movies are still doing well. It's the people with no imagination who you know when you live in a cult atmosphere that you know everybody has one brain. They all share one brain. They resuscitate the same thing over and over. I mean, what do you expect you're going to get?
It's just, you know, and I cannot stress it enough to watch TV. Watch TV, watch your cable networks. We need to keep
Uh,
them going. We need to keep my wife employed.
I dropped cable. Sorry.
But you know, truthfully, we I don't know when the last time a cable system was. Well, I do. It was 2 weeks ago because I noticed the clock was actually working on the box.
Anissa, it's just you. I sold that yesterday. Somebody paid for second day shipping, which is $22. Puerto Rican Barbie sold for 99 plus, so I got 123 shipped. I was the only one on there. I picked this up at our auction. I was the only one that had Puerto Rican Barbie. The last one, new condition sold for like 108, and mine has a little crease in the plastic on the side, so I called it like new because it's still sealed. And because the definition of like new on Amazon is, you know, the packaging is not perfect, but it's still in gift giving condition, which that is. Uh, and so it went out yesterday. So I shipped it for $12. They paid 23, and I paid 11 for that Barbie that went for.
Yeah, Barbie's going to be hot this Christmas because of the movie. And all the little girls and all the little boys are going to be wanting Barbie crap for Christmas.
How's that movie rated? Is it like G? I got
Barbie.
Google. I can look it up.
I would
Movie.
bet. I bet it's PG.
I bet it's PG-13.
PG-13.
I was right.
Suggestive references and brief language.
You know, the movie industry apparently has not spent the day at a daggum middle school or elementary school. Because there's language probably being spouted about at daggum elementary school that would be getting a NC-17 rating. You know what an NC-17 rating is, don't you? That's between an R and an X.
You act like we're old and not into anything like you are.
Yes, it is. No.
Thom is all hip. He's hip to the jive.
No, it's because when I was doing movie audits, it would be you had to pay attention to stuff like that, even though I'd never seen an NC-17 movie come out. But you know, people use everything for babysitters. Let me tell you what. I remember seeing Porky's. That stupid the scene where the coach and one of the girl and the lady is up at Lassie, I think they called her, was up in the top of the gymnasium. I laughed so hard on that part that I thought I was gonna wet myself. That's a good movie there. But people used to drop off, which they do that at amusement parks. Carowinds has got all kinds of new rules about unaccompanied minors. But people would drop off kids at the theater on Friday night at 9 o'clock to see an R-rated movie, and then when the girl that's checking tickets says, "I'm sorry, where's your parents at?" Well, they just dropped me off. You can't go in there. Well, they bought the ticket. Don't matter. And this one girl, she would tell them, "I'm not losing my job because of you." Yeah, Felix. One of these days. Hip to jive. Todd's cool. Todd's in with the thing. So anyhow, anybody got anything else they want to talk about today?
No, I'm just mad. I found I have knives that I take up there at the auction every week, and you lay four of them out, and they take a picture of each individual one and list them individually. Except for this week, I didn't catch the fact that they put all four of them in one lot. I mean,
Are you going to lose money?
most likely, I have to have $27 to break even on them. How about I had they make those folding little things you can put dogs or cats in. They're they're probably, I don't know, 4 feet circle. You unzip the top of the thing, you put them in there. It's like a little playpen or somewhere to keep them
Right.
occupied for a minute. You know what they listed that as?
What?
They listed that as a hamster playpen. I sent John a message. I'm like, dude, how big are the hamsters up there? What the fuck? I didn't catch the knife when I should have paid more attention. It's absolutely irritating whenever they keep hiring these kids. I've told you that on one of them I had a Cuisinart coffee bean grinder.
Right.
He called it a conical food processor. I'm like, where do you get these people? I realize it's Fayetteville, Tennessee, and that says a lot. But
Like ask again. Any cool finds? Must be boring.
Is this your listing, Scott?
no. Oh, but it's about that big. It look. He fixed that one. A hamster
Is that
playpen.
back in the day that would have been called a playpen for a child.
Shoot, I need to sell hamster playpens. They're expensive.
Yeah, two hip chicks. It's normally I check to make sure the titles are and stuff, but somehow I missed the knife, but I don't know how I missed that one. It's just irritating. I realize it's the last day and it's got bids on it, but I'm probably going to send him a message saying, "Hey, you need to take that down. That's an error. You need to take that down."
Well, good morning, Jennifer. They two hip chicks. They're just in a hurry. People like Scott take 100 things up there they got to sell.
I know, but they take pictures. These are my favorites. They take a picture and they'll put like at least 2 pictures per item. But that doesn't mean you get 2 different pictures. That just means they'll post the same picture twice. I'm like, why do you even bother with the second picture of the exact same thing? What difference does that make?
Or just take your own pictures and write your own descriptions.
If they cut the fee, I'd stand right up there and do it for them.
Well, they're not alone. The auction I buy from a lot is their pictures are horrible.
And I'm sitting here thinking, you know what? If you taught these people to take better pictures and got more dollars for my items, your percentage stays the same. And so if I make more money, you damn sure make more money. If you just make them take an extra 2 seconds and turn the item and take another picture.
Yeah, lag is just bidding up your items.
Good, bid it up.
Yep. And local auction never takes a picture of the model number of an electronic.
Never.
How if you're bidding online, how are you supposed to know what it is?
I mean, I guess I'm like John. I've made a lot of money on bad pictures, and stuff that they don't do. I guess I do make. But here's the knives in the front of the auction. They separate all them out, just like they're supposed to.
Roberta ordered us some smoothies and had it delivered yesterday, and the guy that was doing the delivering asked him if he'd been busy, which he was like Uber Eats or something of that sort. He said he had been busy all frickin' day long. Nobody wants to, he said day before yesterday was when it was so hot here. He said nobody wanted to get out. And he said, so they were ordering everything in. I said, was the tips good? He said, oh yeah. He said some people even tipped me more at the door. So at least we're helping the economy. What's the temperature supposed to be there today, Todd? 110?
It's cooled off a few degrees. Let's see. No, it's only going to be 103 today.
Only 103. What's the humidity supposed to be?
Low. Humidity, like 29%. Bark.
Beth, you ever been to the Carolinas?
I don't have any food. What are you barking for?
Because I'm hoping when you come out here next month, it's not 85 degrees with 90% humidity.
Bring a gift to the Lutherans.
I feel like winter is only going to be 95 here.
The Lutherans have God on their side. They don't need me bringing them gifts.
Well, you're going up to the mountain, so you won't. You'll see God's country up there. Beth is coming to the Land of Oz weekend.
Land of Oz.
Yeah, I guess the week of the 21st or thereabouts is when they're having the
Beth, are
fall
you
show.
bringing your broom and your hat and everything? Sorry,
Gonna get
Beth.
your little dog too.
And your little dog too. I'm melting.
Roberta likes Wicked.
I mean,
You gonna party every night?
This is what they do: a box of miscellaneous, a cat bowl, a Norelco razor, and a music box. Who puts that shit together?
The auction. Let me look at mine and see if I can find an original one here.
Thank you, Lag.
Our local auction is having an auction right now.
Super chats will be available next week, Lag. Remember that. Beth, are y'all staying up in the mountains any, or are you just driving up there for the day? Scott, we're liable. I think we're going to get another casino in North Carolina. Over in Rockingham. You meeting Maggie? Oh, that's trouble. Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Who the hell's going to Fayetteville, North Carolina?
Mr. Sadie's granddaughter. Her fiance's stationed there.
I hope they got guns.
It's not the nicest place to live, even with a damn military base there.
You think?
Where does Barry live at?
Other end.
Beth?
He lives at the other end of the state.
She says she has an Airbnb 7 miles from Barry's house. The roller coaster in the mountains. If Maggie was bringing the grandkid with her, she'd ought to take him to Tweetsy. I'm not being. I'm not trying to spook you or nothing, but Fayetteville's kind of a rough area over there. It's kind of a poor area of North Carolina.
Between Fayetteville and Lumberton, look at the statistics, and they usually rank at the bottom of everything, except for murder rate. They're up there on that one, and crime.
Does Barry live up near Banner Elk, Beth? I hope you got some time built in. Does he live in Fayetteville? Any of the little towns up in the mountains is nice. Granite Falls. Where the hell is Granite Falls at? I've heard of it. Oh, that's above Hickory. That's nice up in there. Lenore. Yeah, are you going to go over to Asheville while you're up here? Over here? Good morning, Glenn. Oh, you're coming out here to work. You going to ship your inventory back? Beth? It's it should be, unless this trend of heat that we're having hangs around, it should be cooling off up there. That's a killer road going up to the top of that mountain, though. Well, she might be killing two-legged bucks while she's there. When does she get married? Well, you need to go to Biltmore while you're in Asheville, Beth. And the only place I know that drives worse than the people in Charlotte, North Carolina, is people in Asheville, North Carolina.
Don't talk about them colored haired people up there in Asheville.
There's what?
Don't talk about them colored haired people up there in Asheville. That's a protected class of fruitcakes.
Yeah, it's real. If you look at Google Earth and you see it snakes up through there. First time I ever drove up there, I was about 23 years old. I was driving a friend of my dad's Lincoln Continental, and I had never driven in the mountains before. I was a nervous wreck coming down that hill. If Roberta was to come down that mountain now, she'd have one hand on the wheel, she'd have her cell phone in the other, and she'd be talking to her mom about her nephew. She wouldn't think nothing of it because she was born up in them mountains. Oh, you refuse? But there's a lot of nice stuff to do up in that area if you're going to be doing some touristy stuff. All right, it's 10:10. It's past my appointed time, and I'm just not feeling it today. I'm just not my usual chipper self today.
All right.
Scott, Todd, so you going to go over and see your girlfriends? Don't forget to take them some donuts, some kind of pastry. Show them how much you love them.
Yeah, spray on my high karate and go over there.
Go there and give them some sweet loving. Gwen don't care as long as you just pay for that cruise next month. So you going to be gone? Or you can tell me the dates when we get offline. Some plantation. You must be going to the coast, because I don't know if there's any plantations up in the mountains. So anyhow, y'all have a great day. Stay out of trouble, and we'll see you over on Todd's channel tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
Have a good day.
John wants a piano outro.
Oh my God, I can't take it. I've heard enough of that shit today.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Let's make Todd.
Don't worry. The show.
He gone.
Yep.